I lived in a world that was white, gray, and black. You couldn't touch me. Food didn't taste. I couldn't remember things. That was the world I lived in for the last few years of being on the fentanyl. I've had back pain for probably 20 years. And then I was managing Payless Shoes. And the freight, I was there for around approximately 10 years. And the freight hurt my back. I tried several medications before I actually went to the fentanyl. And we did the pain pills, but I've had gastric bypass, and the pain pills ate my stomach up, basically. And so that's when we decided to go to the fentanyl. And I was able to keep my job and feel good in the beginning. But that changed through the years. The medication kept progressing and progressing to where it was that the dosage just kept going up. My daughter and my relationship became very strained. She was on me every time she talked to me about getting off of it. The kids wouldn't leave my grandkids with me, and that broke my heart. But in all honesty, I was in denial. The last few years on the fentanyl patch, I was literally on the couch. It stopped helping with the pain. You couldn't touch me. I didn't see color anymore. And I couldn't remember things. That was the world I lived in for the last few years of being on the fentanyl. 2 years ago, I went to a doctor and he said this is what I needed to do. And I fought it and I didn't go back. And then when I moved, it was that I made the decision that I was changing a lot of things in my life, and I wanted to change this also.
Tami was referred to me by her primary care physician for assistance with her pain. She was on a fentanyl patch at the time, and you could tell from the first visit that she was very anxious. But as we kind of progressed through the visit, she became more comfortable with me. She became more honest with me, and she basically said, "This is the only thing I've known for a long period of time, but it's something that I want to change, and I want options, and I want to be able to find other ways," and ultimately kind of resulted in transitioning off the fentanyl patch and onto a more of a healthy kind of treatment. Tami had coexisting depression, anxiety, and PTSD. What we did was we had her go through the Independence Center to induce her off the fentanyl patch onto a medication called Suboxone, which allowed for not just someone to be present 24/7 for her medically, but also for counselors to be available for her to help with those other issues that she was experiencing, and her transition was actually quite smooth. Suboxone is actually a medication given to patients who are previously addicted to things like fentanyl or morphine or any other type of opioid. It's a medication that people take in their mouth, and it acts fairly quickly to replace those previous cravings or withdrawal symptoms that people had when they were on their previous opioid regimen. I saw her back in my office after she had been transitioned onto Suboxone about a week later, and she was a different person. And so it's actually a fairly quick process to the point where they're feeling it.
I feel like a totally different person. All these projects that I had started and just put away because I didn't feel well enough to do, I've been getting them out and completing them. My crafting has always been big. I have started playing around with my furniture, sewing, and being creative. You can see colors again. I am able to ride my motorcycle again. I'm out there now where I wasn't before.
Tami's a totally different person now. Now she still has pain, and she still has some reasons to have pain, and we're treating them from a more of a healthy standpoint, through injections, through physical therapy. Her overall outlook in life is different, She has a positive and optimistic view and stance on the world. She improved relationships with her family. I think it's that renewed sense of hope that there's kind of other ways of managing her pain and managing her addiction, And it's really kind of a breath of fresh air to see.
CC. Yes, sir.
These are the patients that need us the most, really. It's a big group of leaders within Bryan and within the community to offer an approach to managing pain, and an approach to managing addiction, opioid addiction. And so the resources available are going to include physicians, physical therapists, psychologists, nurses, pharmacists. It's ultimately a culture change regarding the treatment of pain. We're really making society safer.
Tuck that fear away and just move forward. It's the best thing you'll ever give yourself. I've brought myself back to me, and I'm so grateful that I have this opportunity to do this in my life.